flight deck hose is connected and starting refueling.
Good morning, everybody on the stream. Good morning, Dave. Good morning, Rob. Oh, shame. I'm sorry, Dave. Sorry to hear that. That was just a joke. Don't take it personal or serious. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's made reference to it. Sleep for the week. Mac, you can testify to that. You don't take sleep seriously.
I just don't sleep when most normal people sleep.
Morning, Rob. Okay, so morning, Andy. Morning, Rap. Morning, McDrying. Thank you guys for joining us. I was just telling the guys here that this is the 4th attempt at flying this route. The first 2 times I flew it, it was for flight testing, so I never logged it for the VA. The last time I flew it, it was for the VA and for the Australian and New Zealand tour leg 4. And guess what? I forgot to log it. My ACARS never started. So now the ACARS is up and running, everybody's happy, and hopefully we're going to be able to do this flight and put it in the bag now. Right, one of the interesting things that came from all of this is apparently xEnviro is getting the wrong weather from the wrong weather station, I beg your pardon, at the wrong time. Okay, and I did speak to the developer and he figured it out. I gave him the log file and he said, yeah, this weather is stuck on some old weather on an airport down the road here. It's not for this airport, so that's why we've got rain, because it was funny, nobody else had rain, but I had rain. So just to put your guys' mind at ease there. So anyway,
fuel is all loaded up and you are good to go.
Right, I'm just waiting for the packs, then we'll do the takeoff calculations and then we'll go. Rob, the requirement for linear is that when you have this setting set, this advanced thing, okay, if you go to configure hardware, if you have yoke input advanced on, you have to have linear Okay, now remember the last time it didn't save it, so I think let's check it together. The last time it definitely did not save mine, so let's have a look. Oh, it's linear. Is it remembered this time? Yeah, so that is the prerequisite. The reason you want to do that is because that one invokes Zibo code that includes a curve already, so you don't want to fight one curve with another curve. Okay, so if you set the yoke input advanced to off, then you're on your own. You make your own curves. Okay, so that's a escape route Zibo gave us. Yeah, thanks, Dave. Yes, yeah, I imagined something like that would happen. Yes, it's just an unfortunate little snag. And apparently it's a Southern Hemisphere thing for xEnviro. Okay, so it happens in South Africa, it happens in New Zealand and in Australia. And the developer was actually grateful that I reminded him, because it's an open bug on their site that they are aware of, you know, so... Yeah. Right, here's the runway there.
Round to Cockpit, show you we got your plan there. Give me a call through the menu when you're ready to go.
Captain, we are freezing in the cabin.
Hallo my ou reintjie. Jy lekker geslaap? Het jy genoeg geslaap? Ja, ek vra net. My son. Almost done.
Flight attendants prepare for departure, cross-check and all call, thank you.
It's interesting.
Captain, we are freezing in the cabin.
Yeah, I don't worry, it's gonna
Pre-flight
heat up now,
procedure.
man.
Trim up.
Correct. Morning, Wazy. You are so correct, Dave. I didn't even think of that. We have to just redo those speeds. There we go. That thing puzzles me a little bit. I don't know why it's so much, but it is what it is. Anyway, let's go have a look. Look at the curve. Let's see if we can't change the curve a little bit. Yeah, landing weight is going to be low. It's way forward, man. Way forward. That's closer. It's maybe a tad much, but that's much closer to where I want to be. No, it's exactly the same version of the Zibo from last night, so just taking it for another spin. I've just gone a little bit over where I really wanted it to be. Sorry, now I'm being in a splitter of hairs, but I just want to see if we can't make it a little bit better. So we'll make it 1550 and we'll subtract 50 there, so 28.0. How can that be? Now I messed it up. I messed it up. Let's see. Payload 18.6. Okay, let's do it this way. Why do these things not add up? Why don't they add up? Where does that come from? 18? It's 6. Good morning, Tommy. Morning, Neil. Right, I can't reach my whiteboard. I'm gonna have to do some maths here. Let's quickly see. Yeah, the meter here is broken in xEnviro, Kev. That's why we get rain and everything. It's a reading from an airport down the road here, and it's an old meter that it's stuck on, apparently, according to the xEnviro developers. So That's 287. Plus. It's 2693. Why does it not add up? 26. Maybe I found another bug. Yeah, it's not adding up. There's a calculation error here. Very definitely a calculation error.
Oh,
Yeah, there's a big calculation error here.
mm-hmm.
Morning.
Joe.
There's a big problem here. But anyway, okay, look, it's slightly better than it was, okay? So we've changed the landing CG slightly, but the math ain't mathing. So let's not worry about that then. That's something I'll have to speak to Zibo about.
Yeah, ground to cockpit. Toast driving up right now.
That is definitely an issue. So let's go back there.
Trim down.
Morning, James. Before start procedure.
Before start procedure.
Alright, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Before start procedure complete. Ready for before start checklist.
Yes, Dave,
So
I
connected
did.
and bypass pin inserted. Release the parking brake when you're ready.
Yeah, they are mathing now.
Alright, starting the pushback and you may spool them. Clear to start engine.
Start number 2 engine.
Starting number 2 engine. Starting number 2 engine.
I think I'm gonna have to pull. Oh no, see, it's going.
25 and 2.
Alright mate, operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
Starter cutout.
Alright mate, disconnecting tow, stand by.
Start number 1 engine.
Starting number 1 engine. And 2.
Why do you want to send me a scary lady from next door? Why don't you pick the beautiful one, the sexy one? Why a scary one?
Tow's disconnected, bypass pin, yeah, it's removed. I'll give you a thumbs up on the right and catch you next time. Have a safe flight.
Starter cutout. Engine start procedure complete.
Before taxi procedure. Before taxi procedure.
Before taxi procedure.
Captain, passengers are asking for a cozier temperature.
Sir, we have the conditions for icing.
Do you have the conditions for icing? Then I suppose we need to make a plan. It's 9 degrees, borderline.
Before taxi procedure complete. I am ready for before taxi checklist.
This is the Linda Copilot from Jar Design, available on the Explain Org store. The Explain store, whatever you call it. Right, so that is done. Linda, are you happy? Can we go now? Close that. That one. That one. Right. Chart on screen so we can see where we go to. So that was a really nice flight last night. As tired as I was, I really enjoyed it.
Afternoon, guys.
Hey, Laurie.
Are you landing or taking off?
Gonna take off now. Can't hear you, Uncle John.
Well, catch up later. I've got things to do.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Is this Melbourne to Hobart?
Yeah, for the fourth time. Hello,
For the
Connie.
first time.
The first two were test flights and I never logged them. The third one I did on my own and then I forgot to start ACARS. So now I'm doing it the fourth time. I'm glad. It sounds good, Chronic. If you need help, go to the forum or come to Discord. Just let the guys here sort you out. Please try and follow the Zibo install guide. Make sure that you install the latest Microsoft C++. Make sure that you meet the requirements. Make sure, you know, all the above and extras. So then you'll have plenty fun.
Cabin crew, take your seats, prepare for takeoff.
Before takeoff procedure.
Before takeoff procedure.
Scotsman, I used to love flying in Australia. In EFIS 9, EFIS 2004, this was my go-to place, man. I spent my life in the sim in Australia. I had the nicest scenery and it was just magic.
Ready for before takeoff checklist.
I miss those days sometimes. Dave, I can't update the TO site like I do the others, okay? If I load the wrong version or broken version, let's call it a broken version, I can only upload a new version 24 hours later. By that time, everybody's downloaded it and everybody's going to throw me with some virtual rotten tomato or an egg or something. So I have to be very careful. So I can only load proper, tested, stable Zibo versions onto the TO site. So that's why I don't do it. Don't do it every day. I don't try and keep up with the rest there. Wycliffe, there are a couple of short flights, but you're right, it's a huge country. I mean, some of the flights in this tour is like 3.5 hours just to go from one side to another, if not longer. It's a big place. Eggs are ready. Right, okay, well, I've now answered your stories. Let's see my story here. Turn that down a little bit. Go. That, what are you complaining about? That is done. 1, 2, 3. You is done.
Rotten new.
Rotten tomatoes, rotten eggs. You have to get that iron sulfate smell. If you don't get that iron sulfate smell, you're not rotten yet. Not in eggs terms. rotten. That iron sulfate needs to make you nauseous when you just, bring your nose close. All right, we're done. We're ready. Let's go. No, we don't want to kill anybody. We want the person to be here again later on, Steve. Thank you, Neil. Don't talk like that. I'm enjoying my summer, Wycliffe. I want my summer. It must last a little bit longer.
I was going to say, where he's flying at the moment is the longest day.
Yep. Yeah, for us too, yeah. Let's quickly have a look, see. Yeah, it looks balanced.
Stabilized.
Okay.
Takeoff thrust set.
Get up.
That is some bad weather.
Yeah. Who's that, Alex? Who's speaking?
Acceleration altitude.
Good afternoon, Nico. It's Jacob here.
Oh, Jacob. Oh, you sounded like old buddy of mine, Alex. Hello, Jacob. Welcome. And the worst of it is this is the wrong weather. It's old weather for a different airport, but it's stuck in xEnviro. So I had the pleasure of reporting the problem and they say they'll fix it. So it's funny. It's just one of those things. Let me quickly stop these guys. We don't have them anymore. I know it's catchy. Yeah, the only time I don't want her in the cockpit is when I do my test flights, because she's got a nasty habit of pulling the gear up when I need it down, or vice versa, or getting stuck somewhere.
Is this not a test flight?
Not really, but as always I keep my eyes on, what's happening. We found one bug already, so it's par for the course.
Yeah, and it's not in 7.2 that I can see either.
Is it? Okay, so we'll have to tell Zibo, eh? Definitely.
What was the bug?
The loading. When I used this airside services, the auto load to get the aircraft loaded, and then what I wanted to do was to change the CG. So when I went into the payload and I moved the cargo from the front to the back, it doesn't balance again. It's like that calculation is broken. Whoa, look at that. Look at the swaying. Having a bit of a rock and roll moment there. Guys, hang tight, eh? Keep those seatbelts fastened. Look at this. Why didn't you say anything?
Can you show the SUS display?
Yeah, look at that now.
Approaching transition.
We've gone through the turbulence now. Now it's stable.
Given the conditions at Manchester yesterday, that wasn't unrealistic movement, was it, Neil?
No, it wasn't. What's bugging me is why, I don't know if you guys can hear anything that's said when I press that button, but I was
Flight level 100.
under the
Landing light
impression
switches off.
there should be an audio clip playing saying to keep your seatbelts fastened because of the turbulence. I can't hear it.
I didn't hear anything. But I also have a hearing impairment.
Okay.
Is Zibo still working with the autopilot and Twixter with the flight model and behavior with trim and so on?
Yeah, it's gonna be. It's gonna take a wee while longer to actually get it settled.
So that is where we should put our focus if we want to help. If we want to help there we should put our focus there.
Yeah, but it's better if we do all the focusing on when it's a real test flight. So this is not really a test flight. I'm just keeping an eye on things, you know. But you're right. You're 100% right. That is where you need to focus. See, usually Zibo will tell me, you know, what he wants focused on and what he wants to see, kind of a thing, when I do my streaming. That's why I sometimes sit like this, you know, where we can see a funny cockpit the whole time without seeing outside. That's why I did. But this is supposed to be a leisure flight, just with the added bonus of if we see something, we can report it, you know.
I saw something that still some fluctuation on the climb rate, vertical speed.
Yeah, settings. It's very quiet. You need to turn the volume up in the EFB, the turbulence announcement. You mean to say there is something like that? Audio. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about it. How's that? That's a quick answer. I'm not going to worry about it now. In the main settings. As in general config, yeah? Or yeah?
Even home we go. It's the first page of home.
Okay, so it's on home, then I go to
PA systems.
this one, and then I go to PA settings.
The turbulent one is working, Nico, but there's a long delay before the message starts.
Okay. PA settings. Okay, now I got it, but let's do this quickly. Sounds like there's a mega delay, right? Because that thing, I mean, Jorge is supposed to speak very immediately.
Flight attendants, bird for landing, please.
See, there's the normal volume. That's what it's supposed to do. Anyway, okay.
Landing, please return to your seats and be sure your seatbelts are securely fastened and store your tray tables. Please any tray and luggage in your takeoff room and flight attendants can remain in front of you on an overhead compartment. Flight attendants will be passed.
Now she's talking over herself.
We do apologize for the delay in our service. We will be landing shortly.
Anyway, okay.
Sound is also a whole science when you start to get into that to get it more realistic with sounds. Have you a butt kicker, by the way?
No. In my house, Jacob, we tend to set the volume quite low, because in the upper room where I'm situated, the house is built very strangely. The volume downstairs is louder than the volume upstairs. It's like it funnels everything downstairs, and then my family gets very upset with me. So usually, I mean, today is a different story. I'm flying during the day. The two ladies aren't here, so it's me and my son, and we both make noise. So I've put the volume up a little bit, but generally I keep my volume, my external engines and external volume very low, just to keep the women happy. Yeah, that's why I quickly just jump into the back view, so I don't have to keep my door open, Dave. PN Graphable, welcome. Yeah, you're welcome. Just parachute in, mate. We'll open the window for you.
How are you able to fly, talk on Discord, check the stream, check the? How are you able to do all this at once?
I've got 5 screens on my PC. So I've got the broadcasting software on the left side. I've got the aircraft in the middle in front of me. I've got Navigraph desktop charts, and all the other stuff like the ACARS for the VA and stuff is on the right hand side, and then on the far right hand side I've got the Discord, and so I stream Discord, I stream the other side on the Streamlabs OBS software. Then my 5th screen is a little touch screen. It's a 7-inch touch screen. That's where my Linda widget goes and sits, so I can see when she listens to me or not listen to me. That's how I do it.
Oh, nice.
Thank you, Wycliffe. I'm clever. That's your answer. You see, he said I'm clever. That's how I can do it. That's funny. I don't tell him all my secrets, Wycliffe. Yeah, I want to tell you something. I'm glad I've gone through the evolution. In the beginning when I streamed, I was extremely nervous. Man, and when I made a mistake, I berated myself, and give me a second. Now my daughter is ringing. Hold on, guys.
Jacob Wickwist donated 20.
May I ask? It's Jacob here. May I ask who the other guys in the stream are?
On the line.
Right, gents, I'm back. Sorry, Mac.
One of the moderators on Discord, also an ex-aircraft technician.
Right, let me quickly read through this and see who I left out now. I was still telling you a story and then I got cut short anyway. Oh yes, I was telling him when I started streaming. I was really nervous, and then in time I learned that I can just be myself and I can just relax. You know, so if anybody wants to stream, Jacob, remember this. You know, in the beginning it's tough, but you work through it. You know, and then you get to multitask. You learn how to do all the things at the same time. And once you've set up all your shortcuts and your little streaming system and everything, it's actually not that difficult. But the problem comes in with concentration. That's why I sometimes still land like my backside, is because my concentration is mixed. You know, it's not there. So, morning, Mark. Welcome. No, there's no real difference. The only difference basically is temperature. It's warmer in the southern hemisphere than it is in the northern hemisphere, but the same goes for in winter. It's colder on your side than it is on our side, and you just, that's about the compensation that you do. Europe and South Africa, for instance, are very similar in rules and regulations and CAA kind of stuff, okay? The big difference is when you go to America, you know, when you fly under FAA rules versus CAA rules, you know, there's slight difference in how you talk and how you handle things, but we just wing it. Yeah, I remember the trolls in the beginning, and then you have to put your foot down, Wycliffe, and you have to ban people and chuck them. I cannot tell you when last I actually banned any person off my YouTube or Twitch or anywhere. It just doesn't happen anymore, because they quickly figure out they can't mess you around. If you just put your foot down, it's like a naughty child, you know. You whack them once or twice, they learn, they don't come back with nonsense again, you know. Just quick and easy solution there.
Can you give an example what they did?
Well, typically, if I would say the sky is blue, they would say, no, the sky is green. Typical troll, you know. That's just an example. They come onto your stream only and solely and wholly for the reason to upset you. Some other guys would come in and say, okay, now crash into the ground. I'm sitting on 31,000 foot here, now 32,000. Now they want me to take a nosedive because they think it's funny. And that's not what I do. Then you try and explain to them, listen, that's not what I do here. And then they give you all kinds of derogatory or snotty, you know, answers as to why are you lame and why don't you want to give us our fun and stupid things like that. And I just press ban, boom, gone, don't need you in my life.
That sounds more like children.
No, trust me, there's some adults doing it as well. I had a guy in England once. The way he was talking to me, I actually asked him, listen, are you drunk or are you high? What's wrong with you? There's something wrong with you. Why do you come onto my stream and attack me here? For what reason? What's wrong with you? Yeah, and he started using the most foul language and all. It takes me like 5 seconds to just find the button and go, pling. There you go. Bye-bye. Don't need you in my life.
In the beginning, when I started looking at your streams, I could hardly hear what you were saying. I couldn't think, is he from Scotland? Is he from Wales? Where is he from? Why can't I understand what he's saying?
Yeah. It happens. A lot of guys ridiculed me because of my accent. Okay, it was, especially for the Americans, it seems to be the funniest accent on earth, and some of them had some pretty interesting things to say about it, you know, to the point where one of my friends here in South Africa, and I mean, I am forever grateful that he did that, he said to me, there's nothing wrong with your voice, they just don't know it, you know. And we listen to you every day, we don't think there's something wrong with it, there's nothing funny with it, just talk, you know. And I just took a deep breath and I came back and I streamed again. And you work through these trolls one at a time. Some days, I tell you what, some of these guys are so nasty, it takes you like a week to get over it. You know, some guys you laugh off in a second, some guys takes a day or two, some guys take a week to really get out of your system, because they will purposefully, if you say left, they will say right. If you say up, they will say down. It's just how it is, and you can do nothing with them. They say the most nonsensical crap, you know, and then you just get, nah, thank you very much, bye-bye. Thank you, Chronic. That's nice to know. Yeah, Wycliffe, that happens. And trust me, even as a white guy, I get it too. You know, I've had some pretty bad comments on Facebook, not on stream. You know, people are nasty, man. And I think a lot of these people are children. They've never had a good slap in their lives because their parents are scared of them or something. I don't know. You know, just didn't raise them proper. They get raised in a culture where they are not taught respect for anybody, you know, and things just get bad. And so yes, there are them, but there are adults also. And you know, there's another truth in this world. Okay, there is no guarantee that there will be marriage in brackets between two people. Okay, sometimes you meet somebody and you just know you can't gel with them. Your spirit and their spirit just don't gel. You can't deal with it, you know. So you've got to take that into account as well. You know, it's not meant that we should be friends with everybody. So that's not how we were made. Patty, watse boodskap praat jy nou van? Ek het van jou gepraat, ja, maar watse boodskap het jy vir my gestuur? District 9. Oh, what a movie. What a movie.
Who are the other four guys on your stream? There's one guy that's called Mac Trying. It's blinking white always on my screen. Why is it blinking white all the time?
Because he's probably breathing into the mic. He's not on push to talk. See, McTrying is sitting here above you, right? He's one of the moderators, and the moderators are exonerated from the force to have to go to push to talk. And I think he's just breathing in the mic. Hey, Mac.
Yeah, just proving to you that I'm still alive.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, a tip for you guys that I learned the hard way is to put the mic below your mouth.
Yes.
So you're not breathing out in the mic. You're actually breathing out, and put it beneath in line with your chin. No, what's called the pointy part of the face. What is that called?
Yeah, the chin, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, ja. Patty, het nou 'n boodskap deurgekom. Laat ek gou kyk.
Are you hearing me good, by the way?
Yes, perfectly. Okay, Patty got the message. I want to tell you guys another something. Maybe I shouldn't. No, let's not do other. No, let's not go there because some people will not think it's funny. Let's not do that. I don't want to mess up my YouTube channel.
Anyway, I can recommend the Logitech headphones. Their blue mic, blue voice mic or whatever is very, very good sounding.
Yeah, that's what I'm using.
How long to proper descent, Nico?
63 nautical miles. Thank you. I better start planning. Sounds good, Steve. I like that. I'm using a Logitech. Okay, it's not telling me exactly what it is. Just bear with me. After the stream, I can pull it and let it just auto detect. It's one of these expensive Logitech ones. In fact, it was probably the most expensive one I could get at that time. So it's some pro thing, but I'll have to get you the name after the stream because I need to unplug it, plug it back in, and then the Logitech software picks it up and tells me what name it is.
Before you go away from this screen, as I was talking with you before on my stream, these buttons are not backlit, and the backlight comes from the panel. So the backlight in the panel shines into the knob, and those basically no knob is backlit except those with the only white line. Those on the EFIS panel is backlit, and those with the white line on the overhead is backlit. I don't remember if the speed ref buttons are backlit, but and also the turn angle, the bank angle on the MCP is also backlit, but otherwise no buttons is backlit. And in the Zibo, basically all buttons is backlit. And that is wrong. Also wrong in the PMDG, by the way.
Yeah, I think it could be because it's supposed to help the simmers. And if you now take away the backlighting with the bad iris simulation in X-Plane, you're going to be really struggling to see it, you know. So you've got to take that into consideration too.
The thing is, in the real cockpit, there is light. There is light, so in some way the color they have chosen on the white line on the knobs is reflected, so you always see the knobs anyway in some way. So even if it's pitch black, you see outside, and so you see the white line. I don't know if they use some special paint to make that happen, some reflective paint or whatever, but you can almost always see the knobs anyway.
True. 220. Right, so 120.
So for example, the backlight in the panel above the knobs is reflecting their light up beside the knob, so the line will shine anyway.
Gotcha.
You understand what I mean? Yeah. If I go to a level D again, I will do a video of it and show it.
Well, I think I am now configured. I'm gonna try pull this headset out quickly. If X-Plane crashes, it's your fault, okay? Looks like we survived. There you go. It's the Logitech Pro X.
I think I used the same.
This was like one of the most expensive ones I could get at that time. And I just said to myself, you know what, I'm so sick and tired of all these cheapies. Might as well spend money on this. And I want to tell you something. It's good, but I probably won't buy it again. I'll go back to Corsair or one of these. Problem I had with my two previous Corsair ones where they lasted like 2 years each and then they were gone. You know, so I got the feeling that they were not manufactured to great standards. You know, so that's why I went to Logitech. And it works. I mean, I'm happy with it. I'm not unhappy with it, but I'll reconsider next time.
I'm a little puzzled why they do headset with so bad microphones. Very many have bad microphones.
I don't know.
Yeah, a Steel Series Nova Pro. Nova Pro.
Uh-huh.
Best heads that I've ever had.
Is it? Send me some details, Rab. Send me a PM.
I'll
with
do
some
it.
details.
They're expensive, mind.
But this was not cheap either.
Did you say Nova Pro Air?
Approach top up to
Arctis Nova Pro wireless.
I don't like steel that much. I don't know. Too plastically, too warm.
Yep.
I try to look at what the sports commentator is using and what they use in the real world.
Welcome, hello, welcome Wycliffe to this family. Hope you can enjoy it here. And you know, my phone rang earlier, Jacob. Thank you for that donation. I never said thank you because my phone rang, so my attention was taken away. So thank you to both of you guys.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Guys, we were just talking about headsets, right?
Yeah.
I have a recommendation.
Van
If you want a
Amaranjan
really,
donated
really good one with a
$50.
really good microphone,
Thanks again for all the
and
good work you
are
all
ready
did,
to
for the
put
very
some
nice
money
flights
on
we
the
were all
table,
having.
get
Just
the
a gift for the
biodynamic
costuming.
MMX
Merry
300.
Xmas and a Happy New Year.
Can you say that a little slower?
Get the biodynamics MMX 300. I can put a link into the Discord if you want to.
Yeah, I'll do that. But I've got it. Hold on. I've got it. I'll put the link here as well. I'll put Rab's link. Oh my goodness, you're not kidding. These things are expensive.
If you want something good, you've got to pay for it.
I suppose. Copy. My one, I don't know the actual euro or pound or dollar value of what I paid, but I can tell you one thing, mine was not cheap either. I just don't recall paying almost 400 euro for it. That I don't know. I'll have to go and calculate it, go back and see. Yes, MMX 300, yeah. This thing, and this one you've got here, this wrap, this thing you've got here, wow. Yes.
Well, I must admit, for a more affordable one, I'm quite happy with the Corsair H80.
The thing I don't want is it can't be warm. I hate when it is warm.
I see my headset is 3,000 South African rand. So let's quickly say 123 ZAR euro. So it was expensive, but not that expensive. It's 100. Let's make it a round figure, 150 euro. What I paid for mine. Sure.
Also, I have the wired version of the Logitech, and I could strongly recommend the wireless version.
Mine's wired. I just prefer the wire, especially for broadcasting.
I will strangle myself.
I tell you what, we're going into a position where I just feel I want to mention to this. There might be somebody out there that will find benefit to it. This is a seriously expensive hobby, eh? And if you were to say to me today, how much money do I need to get what you have? You're gonna fall on your back. But the trick, this is what the lesson is, you don't buy everything at once. You don't go out and say, yeah, let me spend, $6,000-7,000 and get it over with, But if you start adding up over time how much you spend to get to where I'm now, it's probably close to $7,000 if you add everything in there that you're using and collect over time. It's bloody expensive. If you do it over time, you don't really, feel it. But man.
And I also, as coming from the cockpit builder community, I can say that the good thing is that if things change in life, you get kids, you get house, you get whatever, and you can stop the hobby and continue with it later, and you have all the things left.
Yes.
And you can put one button in, or 100. You can choose how fast you want to build it, or how slow, and how expensive knobs you want to buy, and if you want to buy OM stuff. And that is one of the best thing with this hobby.
Yeah, it's nice. That does help.
If you haven't seen the DIY Sim blog post, he posted about the Japanese guy that built his whole cockpit in paper or cardboard, and and you know how into the details I am. So when I can't hardly see if it's real or if it's cardboard, then it's good. Well done.
There you go, gents. I've put my one. That's the Logitech Pro X, the one that I'm using. I've just add that in there. So for Dave and the guys looking to buy, there's 3 links for you guys. So mine seems to be the cheapest one of the 3 mentioned. And then Mac, what Corsair did you have?
The H80, was it HS80 or whatever it is?
I'll drop that in there as well.
HS80.
HS80 RGB, wireless or wired?
Yes.
Wireless.
Wireless, yeah. It's got a swinging arm mic, or
yeah, I know that. My previous Corsair was wired, but the same kind of a thing.
no, I mean the swinging arm mic or mic off, rather than it being a plug-in one.
Oh, check my spelling. Let me remove that and try again. Also, yeah, that's also true.
So it overspeeded again, right?
Yeah, but it was on path. Okay, so usually rule of thumb says when you are overspeeding, as long as you don't go to the barber pole, okay, above 10,000, it's your responsibility. You need to pull the speed brake just to keep the speed going. Remember, we're in common VNAV, so we're on path. and obviously everything is under control. So it's up to me now to just keep it in speed. We are also in VNAV path, you see there, so that's fine. The moment we go into VNAV speed, it shouldn't overspeed, because then it should hold the speed, and then you should chase your path by either pulling the speed brake or speeding up a little bit. So either or, you know, depends on where you are in the flight.
Did you put the descent winds in?
I did. William, you're right. It's hours and hours and hours of fun that we get. Look, apart from my family, this is what I live for. The bloody work gets in the way because I need to eat. You know, we need sustenance, we need something to drink, we need clothes, we need to pay the bills. Okay, but it's in the way. This is what we are doing right now. This is what I live for, you know. So for me to spend the money is irrelevant. If I have it, I spend it. If I don't have it, I save for it. Then I go spend it. You know, because this is what makes my heart pump the chocolates, you know.
The only thing I would have said, William, is all those hours and hours of fun, you got to divide it by 2, because half the time you're updating software.
Ooh, you see, now I'm too slow again. Stow the speed brake. Yeah. Hey, you know what I'm proud of and what I like to happen is I've got lots of pilots as friends, real world pilots as friends, and also in the family, you know. And when those guys come and sit here and they fly this simulator and they go, wow, 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 you know, then I'm happy. That makes me really happy.
Yeah. I had my Ryanair pilot friend come fly 12 years ago, and he took out his charts, and we flew from Sweden to, in his iPad, and we flew from Sweden to, what is the mountainous airport called? That is, everyone, you know that one.
Lowy?
No, it's Swiss Alps or France Alps or something.
Yeah, it's Lowy, it's Innsbruck.
Yeah, Innsbruck. Yeah,
yeah.
We flew to Innsbruck, and he had that chart in his iPad, and he flew it basically perfect. Of course, the flight sim software was not perfect then, but he flew it perfect. And then when we have landed, he wanted to touch my OEM gear handle and touch the lock override mechanism. So he fiddled around with the lock override mechanism quite a lot. And then we flew around there in the mountains, and I tried to put him down, so to say. I tried to put him in the ground by adding bad weather, but he just fixed it. No, I couldn't do anything. He just fixed it.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. I've flown quite a few simulators in the real world. I'm talking CAA certified stuff, you know. I can tell you one thing, not one of them looks like mine. The only reason the 6 DOF level D sim at Oliver Tambo Airport beats me is because it's $20 million worth standing there, you know, on all those arms, and it's full motion, and it's, you know, climb-inable and touchable, you know, it's used for real world training. But the visuals don't compare, man. It just doesn't compare.
Flight level 100. Landing lights switches on.
Thank you, Linda. I love these clouds. They really look good. The last couple of days, they really, really impressed me.
So I've shared a link in the stream with the DIY sim, the paper, the cardboard simulator. I mean, look at it.
In which, where did you do it? In YouTube? It won't allow you to share what's his name? A link. The system will
I did
block
it
you.
in Discord.
In Discord? Oh, you mean on your stream?
Oh, it's where everyone have put their links and things. Am I on the wrong place?
Well,
Maybe?
that's what I'm trying to figure out. Explain to me, where did you put it? Because I can't see it.
It's that Skymatix Live on air.
Okay, hang on a second. No, you did it in the chat of my stream. I don't think anybody looks there. So let me do this, right? I'm gonna copy it. I'm gonna drop it into Skymatix chat in Discord. And then I'm gonna drop it into the stream so that people can have a look there. There you go, that's what Jacob's talking about. Okay, so now it's shared.
But the thing is, if I click on that link, your stream goes to a small window.
It will.
I don't want that.
Well, then you click on just click on the window again, and it will open up again.
Yeah, of course, but you want to keep your stream as the main thing, not look.
Well,
yeah.
Jacob, you're gonna have to put another screen on your computer there, and then what you can do is you can pop it out, okay? And you pop the video out and put it on the one screen, and then you work on the other screen, and then nothing's gonna interfere with the video and the size and things like that, you know. For me, when I click out of the video, it actually pauses it so that it doesn't take up my PC resources.
So I found another way. I could pop out your video and have two windows, one with Discord, the chat, and one with your video.
That also helps. Yeah, that's good enough. Piotr, if you want to share that link, you can do it in Discord. Don't put it into the stream because the software will probably delete all your messages. That's a security function. It keeps all the porn and rubbish off the stream. So I don't allow other people to put links in my stream.
Are the other guys very shy, or is it only me that wants to talk?
Jacob, if you look at the history, every now and then everybody talks, and they obviously are talking in text on the stream, right? But in Discord, the guys mainly keep quiet until it's required of them to talk, you know. So I'm used to it. Yeah.
For me, I am shy.
Yeah. Well, Andy, we're just glad you are here, mate. As long as you enjoy the show and we have your support.
Every day, every time I'm enjoying it.
Good. It's nice to have you here, Andy. It's nice to have everybody here. And for the guys watching, if you want to join us on Discord, just follow the link. Normal, basic, you know, rules are just stay on topic, don't take over, don't create a problem, or we kick you. So here's that. You know. We don't usually ban people, but you're gonna find yourself all alone in the cyberspace if we kick you. And then you can just come back, but hopefully you learned your lesson, you know, not to be an ass or whatever you did wrong, you know. But it doesn't happen often. If you want to chat with us, you're welcome. It's free. You can just join us. Mark the Logitech Pro X. If you scroll up a little bit, one of the links that I did put here is the Logitech Pro X. That's what I'm using. Oh, XP Realistic is doing its thing now. It looks nice.
and I use Pro X wireless.
Okay. That looks nice. That's a beautiful picture, that. Nice.
Don't you think the clouds look a little sharp, a little too sharp, the edges?
It could be, but he's busy with the blending. The developer is working on all the blending and stuff, he said to me the last time, so... This is AutoOrtho, yes, Chronic. And we're using xEnviro for the clouds and the atmospherics and stuff, weather. AutoOrtho is a game changer in Explain 12, man. It's just marvelous to have. It's wonderful that you don't have to look at this bland Explain and you've got all these pretty pictures and stuff. I know, Scotsman, I know.
Thousand to level off.
Yeah, it also works in Explain 11. AutoOrtho was designed for Explain 11. The fact that we're using it in 12 is actually not per design, but it works, so why not, you know?
You haven't said much about 7.3.8.
Yeah, we said a lot about it last night, but if you keep an eye, okay, so what you can keep an eye on, the thing that had us worried was the ballooning. Every time that I pull the flaps, okay, it ballooned literally, and then at one point in time in one of the previous releases, it actually lost the glide slope because it went so high up with the ballooning, you know, that it became a problem for us. So let's put the gear down, pull flaps 15 there. You see, there's no more ballooning. Look, it keeps the glide slope. See?
Flaps 15
and it didn't. There was one or two releases where it really had a problem to try and keep the glide slope.
Cabin crew.
I changed vertical speed a little.
It did.
Flaps 37.
And I lost the autopilot now because I touched my trim wheel. So this is on me now, the fact that it went funny, unfortunately. But I mean, look how easy it captures it again. Previously it did struggle. It didn't capture it properly, didn't hold it and things like that. So apologies for messing it up, but you get the idea. It's working. This is flyable. This is usable. This is what we were trying to get to. And the other thing, just want to have a look at, is where the trim is. Why is my frame so bad all of a sudden? My frame's is down to like 15, 20. I don't get it. Why is my frame so bad?
No, that trim. Oh, it's gone backwards.
It did. It's on about 8. Just before 8. Slightly before 8. But the FPS is a menace. Why? I don't understand this.
AutoOrtho maybe?
No, it doesn't do that. The things that usually mess it up is scenery. Now, I don't think I've got scenery here. The only other thing that could mess it up could be xEnviro. So let's just switch that off quickly. Nope, it has no bearing on it. It doesn't do anything. So, it could be a very badly optimized scenery in Explain itself. It could be the streaming thing. Yes, that's true. I've had issues with the streaming software. Right, look, now everything's hanging up. Look, if this thing bombs out now at number 99, I'm going to be pretty seriously mad. Okay, let's not fiddle with it. Let me land and do what we need to do. But obviously, because of the very low FPS, look, everything is buggered. It just doesn't like the low FPS.
Follow the
at
glide
all.
slope. Follow the glide slope.
I'm gonna disconnect now. Sure. You see, I won't read anything into this because this is definitely got something to do with explain and the low FPS is causing a problem.
300.
Yeah, it wasn't nice now. It wasn't nice. You see, if you know explain like we do, you will know that there are areas in the world that the explain scenery is just so badly optimized for that you get crap like this. Unfortunately, it just happens.
20.
Cool. Like Amsterdam, yeah. So anyway, we made it.
Reverse unlock.
Landing.
And guess what? Guess what? My FPS, the moment I landed, it went up to 35. So now you tell me why we had to
probably
struggle.
Nico, it's not the scenery.
Great landing.
I don't know, yeah, probably it's got something to do with the broadcasting software again. I don't know if you saw one of my previous streams where the broadcasting software did it. Oh, and guess what? It's back to 13, 12, 13. Oh, it's just enough to annoy me.
Can you push Control Alt Delete and see the activity center? Show the activity center.
Yeah, you can do that. Task manager. Come on. Yeah, Streamlabs is using an awful lot of CPU power. I'm convinced it's that because it's not in the sim. Now I can't really stop Streamlabs. We can change some of the views here. Let's just go through them, see what we can switch off.
On runway 12. On runway 12.
I don't know. I don't get it.
Anyway, I probably have to go out and buy some presents for the kids. So thank you for the stream and thank you for doing this.
No problem.
Goodbye.
Okay, enjoy and have a good Christmas if we don't see you again, but I'm sure we're gonna stream a few more times and we'll chat again.
Definitely. Merry Christmas to you all.
Thank you.
Ciao.
Bye, Jacob.
Just before,
I won't run, man.
no, Piotr Nikolski.
Yeah.
He's just joined Discord, but he hasn't read the rules bit to enable.
Okay. Piotr, you need to go to the top left corner of Discord and you need to go to start here rules, and then you need to click on the OK button after you agree or giving us the indication that you agree with the rules. So please make sure top left corner, start here rules, click on the OK button after reading the
We're not
rules.
trying to prevent you joining it. It's an anti-spam feature.
Yeah, security. This is terrible. The FPS is so low.
Where are you?
On runway 30.
Hobart. Hobart in Tasmania.
Oh, I don't want to go out there shopping today. Monday. Anybody looking Christmas?
Yeah. Uncle John, you're using the wrong mic again. We can hardly hear what you're saying, huh?
No, no, you're screaming. Nothing wrong with the mic.
Okay, but then whatever it is, we're really struggling to hear you.
Yeah, it's your screen. Over my nose. Right.
Damn it. Okay, I've stopped stream.
And what's wrong with that now?
Nothing. You're right. Damn it.
Thank you. Been telling you that for months.
Now, well, now I know.
Change that, Mike. Uncle Charlie's rubbish. Fiddle about. Nothing wrong with it, Nicker. Oh, it's terrible.
It's terrible. Well, sometimes it was your mic, but this time you're right. This time you're really right.
Oh, I've got credit at last. Hey. Process can't access the file because been used by another process. Okay. How about that?
Flaps up and set.
Let's quit it.
Ooh. I just closed STKP and there's my frames back.
There you go.
I just closed STKP and immediately the frames are back. So I'll have to speak to Dan about that. He's using too much resources or something happened there.
Yeah, I had that problem. STKP.
Yeah. Uncle John?
Yes, sir.
Steve says you must get it in writing.
Yeah, and get it in writing, duplicated back. You can witness it. Oh no, he won't. He won't witness because he just don't want the hassle.
Witness what?
Exactly. I knew you'd say that. You might know one day you're going to need me, Mr. Mac, and I shall say, what?
What?
I'm sorry, I wasn't with it.
No,
what are we talking about?
No, I acknowledge that it was the stream that when Uncle John joins and watches my stream on Discord, his mic sounds terrible. Okay.
Yes.
Then I stopped the stream and his mic came back and I said, okay, fine, you win. I mean, I can see it's the streaming situation.
No. Yes, John, I'll support you on this one.
Oh, bless you. I've recorded that.
Yeah, well, it's for posterity on YouTube as well, so you can just refer back to the stream. Anyway, Tommy, thank you for joining us. Jet Power, thank you for joining us. Sounds like you guys are having fun. Dave as well. Yeah. Guys, enjoy whatever you do, whatever you fly. Thank you for joining us. It was nice to just do a little flight here. I'm terribly sorry about what happened there with STKP, but it is what it is. So we've gone through all the scenarios of what it could be, and it seems that that is the truth. That is the problem. So, damn it. The joys of a sim pilot, you know.
So my dad's out there.
Yeah.
Why didn't I George yesterday?
Boop, boop.
There was about 15 people in the post office. I turned around and walked away.
Yeah.
Ready for shutdown procedure.
Uncle John, the other day I ordered something through Takeoff. I went to the collection center because they said they can only deliver after Christmas. I can fetch myself if I wanted before Christmas, right? I got there the first time, there were like city people standing there. I waited like 15 minutes. They didn't even clear one person. I walked away.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's so low.
Yeah. So anyway, I went back there the next morning. I was the only one there. Walked in, got the stuff, walked out. Done.
Good. Good.
Thank you, Steve. Righto.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Andy. Listen, guys, thanks for joining. We'll probably stream a little later. I don't know Zibo's plans. I need to go see my dad in hospital this evening. So this evening, I don't think we're going to do a stream. Unless I can't sleep and then I have to do something to keep myself going, you know. We'll see. So let's see how it goes. We'll talk again.